just sit there and keep an ear out. Press this button here at the appropriate time, okay? Hopefully this blots out all the and the occasional, so pay attention. Hi again, from me and my technical assistant Chris Moose here. Welcome to another Christmas time compilation of bloopers celebrating just how rubbish I am sometimes at this YouTube video filmmaking thing. Chris will be overworked operating the bleep machine as this year I hit new heights, or rather plunged new depths of dodgy filmmaking. So my frustration often got the better of me, resulting in the need for... I didn't actually swear then, all right? So pay attention. Anyway, my ambitious venture into the world of drone video shooting not only added something a bit more special to some of my ride videos, but also gave the opportunity for me to make an even bigger tit of myself than normal. And at the end, there are two glorious examples of exactly that. Then I'll finish off with an example of a day when I really just should have put the camera down and got back to bed. My mouth and brain just were not communicating at all that day. Generally speaking though, it's my complete inability sometimes to even remember what it was I was going to say that causes the issue. If you're an ordinary bloke like me, and if you're an ordinary bloke like me and you're looking to challenge yourself by doing something out of the ordinary, it helps harmony on the roads. There's enough close passes and collisions. There's enough close passes and nasty collisions, and there's enough close passes and nasty exchanges of words. Oh. In the last 50 years, the mechanisation and technological advances, along with the seeming increase of the relentless pace of life, that has meant there just seems to... If you're not into racing your bike and happen to be an ordinary bod like I am, just occasionally riding your bike, then consider subscribing here to join a growing community of... Even when I remember what it was I was going to say, I'm still not out of the woods, because quite often the wrong word just comes out of my mouth. And there may be scenarios where you're partway up a climb and have an alternative climbs branching off in different directions. In this case, your head unit will show the elevation graft. The amount raised at the show was £356.58, which took me over the £6,000 mark for this particular challenge, and past the glacier creation of Kilnsey Crag. After a well-earned runch, followed by failing to be cocky enough to introduce myself to Olympic gold medal cycling legend. Followed by failing to be cocky enough to introduce myself to Olympic gold medal cycling legend Egg Clancy OBE. Egg Clancy? Sorry, Egg. Sometimes I'm blissfully unaware that there's something affecting the integrity of the film until I edit it afterwards. The Tour de France had been along this particular road just a few weeks before, and I was admiring the various inspiring messages and names that you always see painted on the tarmac at these events. But this piece of naughty artwork, just after the motorbikes pass, wasn't spotted until afterward. A juvenile prank maybe, but I'm afraid at age 64, I'm still juvenile enough to find it funny. Now often, even while I'm persevering with a shot, I'm already inwardly deciding it's just not going well. Happy Halloween, Happy Christmas, Happy birthday, and have a great summer. Just generally be happy. That was crap. That was rubbish. top right of the screen, there's a link to a video of my review with great customer care is very important to me too. You're not ordering from a faceless internet robot here. Climb Pro can also perform something called climb branching. It's not always going to get its predictions right regarding and where Now, indoor rides used to be associated with very unenjoyable and sweaty workouts, but these days there's much more to it. It was the advent of fantastic software like Zwift and others, which made hours of sweating in the garage a more pleasurable and immersive experience. Aside from occasional workouts then, that's your If you haven't yet subscribed, you can do that by clicking on this yellow icon here, and here's a couple of can't speak. So you're able to take the spindle from your road bike pedals, and the 5-minute job using an XC pedal case converts your power meter from a road bike power meter to a power meter for mountain bike pedals. A trio of clips here where it wasn't my mouth or brain causing the issue. Now, I sometimes have reminders playing in my earphones to prompt me when I'm filming, which does have its drawbacks at times. I raised money for this place in 2021 by cycling from Land's End to John O'Groat. I can't hear a bloody thing. So that's the mental inspiration sorted, but I can't escape the fact that you've all seen me wheezing and suffering up climbs. Oh, bloody cars. I suppose they're allowed here. It pays to have all the props you need before starting to roll the film. It's made from a durable and waterproof polyester fabric and is PVC free. There's a reflector patch here on the front. And as sometimes in our Christmas crackers, rather than jokes, we get tongue twisters to try and say. And this lot of clips here make it clear this would be something I really need to avoid attempting. So that's the mental and so that's the mental. I can't even speak. If you then need to stop, it's arm out, facing backwards of the palm and bent knee. So it was great to take this opportunity to turn virtual cycling on Zwift into a real life pack ride and get together. And what a fantastic. On day one, we have what's called a I've recently purchased a drone camera to add some flavour to some of my ride videos. So if you're looking for a handlebar bag and it's important to you to access the contents during the ride, I highly recommend the Ortlieb Ultimate 6 Classic. Viva Sport features built-in GPS, which lets you accurately although it's compact enough to suit any occasion, Viva Sport features built-in GPS, which lets you accurate. Now, thankfully, it's good to include some that were not really my fault. If you watched last year's bloopers, you'll know next door's dog has a habit of coming out for a yap nearly every time I try and film in the garden. And this year, he has excelled himself again, and has now been joined by some other furry friends too. Well, Well, that's day one of the National Cycle Show complete. I can honestly say and support my France and Ventoux challenge by helping these beautiful children with a donation. Bloody squirrels on my roof. Go away! Buzz off! Platform center offset is where you put the pressure down along the... One of my personal hurdles at my age is, of course, an occasional poor memory. So, as you can see, I've done that bit already. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me grunting and grinding up the coal. Oh, what was it called? Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me grunting and grinding up that coal. I never actually thought I'd make it. And believe it or not, I'm pretty sure I'll find out in the edit that I did it without swearing. Oh, the irony in that last comment, eh? Oi, stop it. So now, onto my drone camera. I've been really happy with the addition this has made to the quality of some of my ride films. But back in May I shot this sequence, which now graces the homepage of my website. And thanks to the beauty of editing, it all looked pretty professional. But for the sake of transparency, this is what happened after I cut the film at that point. It provided some great blooper material as I let it get too close to some branches. The propellers hit the branches and catapulted the drone down the cliff towards the sea. Luckily, with my heart in my mouth, I watched it right itself and it hovered just above the cliff and I was able to fly it back. So a huge lesson learned, and I used it again in France at the start of our epic 14-day cycle across the entire country. Here on day 3, doing a circular shot with that lovely building as the centerpiece, we were having lunch amongst those trees on the left. So I made sure, of course, the drone was well above the tree's height. It was all going so well, with the beautiful Loire River coming into view, but also about to come into view are the branches of a much taller tree hidden away from my view. And, well, that was the end of September this year, and as far as I know, the drone is still up there. So a huge lesson from the first incident was not learned at all. That doesn't count. I didn't say it, I was just thinking it. Finally, you'll have heard the saying, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Well, on the 20th of February this year, I was beginning to feel I should have left the camera in its bag, but I pressed on regardless. If you currently use a power meter and are considering updating to the Garmin Edge device, your Garmin Edge device, then this video is for you. I'm not going into the science behind it all, so no I'm not going into the science behind it all, so no intricate explanations about excess post-exercise oxygen consumption or platform. So that's a quick look at the information you see when pairing a power meter. So that's a quick look at the information you see when pairing a power meter with the Garmin 1040 Edge, the Garmin Edge 1040 even. Ow. So that's a quick look at the information you'll receive. A test of the 1040's bold battery life claim is in this video here. The knackering ride when I push the stamina screen to the limit is here. And if you click on this yellow logo, you'll be subscribed to the channel and will see my previous videos. Not good, not good, not good. So that's a quick look at the information you see when pairing a power meter with the Garmin Edge 1040. A test of the 1040's bold battery life claim is in this video here. The knackering ride where I push the stamina screen to the limit is in this one here. And if you click on this yellow logo, you'll be subscribed to the channel. And you'll be able to see all my previous videos along with my future content. So why not get clicking? Happy cycling, and I'll see you soon. Yay! So that's my vocal gymnastics analysed for another year. And if you've watched this far, then why not hook up with Ordinary Bloke on a Bike on Facebook? Just search for me on there and take a look at my website and blog on obbcycling.com. From Chris and I, stop it. We hope you all have a fantastic Christmas and have some great times and adventures on your bike, however big or small, in the new year. Whilst I hope that Santa will have a new drone in his sack. Here's a couple of my videos that might interest you, and click here to subscribe to the channel. Happy Christmas, happy cycling, and I'll see you soon.